Hey everybody, welcome to PDQ Live. Today we have a fantastic show for you. We are joined in person by the wonderful Mr. Andrew Pla.
Yay!
Yay! Andrew's here.
But before we get started, I think we've got some announcements from the control room. Kelly.
Yeah, just a couple quickies. Heads up. And Andrew is part of this one too. We're going to be at Spice World, and that's going to happen on the 13th and 14th. So
next week,
if you're going, come on by and see us. Our president will be there. We've got some people from Dev that will be there. If you have questions about product, roadmap, whatever. And of course, go hang out with Andrew. So check us out, Spice Work and our Spice World. Also, remember last week when I had the one question survey? I have another one. One question, just one.
So is this how we're going to get through a 10-question survey for the next 10 weeks? We're going to ask one?
Baby, 10 weeks. So it is now in the YouTube chat. If you would be so kind as to go and just answer our one question survey, we would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
If you go to see Andrew, please put it in Discord. I want to see.
I'll put it.
Please.
If I meet some customers, I'll post in Discord.
Yeah.
I'll get them to join if they're not already.
Okay. I want to see all the customers. I love it.
All right. Well, since Andrew's here today, naturally we have to talk all things PowerShell.
Obviously.
Right. So today we're going to talk about some of Andrew's favorite PowerShell moments from the PowerShell podcast. I'm going to see how many times I can say PowerShell. And then Andrew's going to roast some PowerShell for us.
Roasting heavily.
Just roast some PowerShell. We're going to talk about removing ads from Windows 11. And at the very end, we're going to play a game. We're going to have a little friendly competition.
Friendly, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Air quotes.
Friendly. It's only friendly if I win. If I don't win, it becomes not friendly.
I got some tricks up my sleeve, so
okay.
We'll see.
Alrighty. So let's dive right in and let's talk PowerShell pro tips and PowerShell highlights.
So yeah.
PowerShell pro tips.
That was the best.
So if you
I
didn't know,
love Kelly.
Kelly is the producer of the PowerShell Podcast. So he's done a lot of good work there. But if you didn't know PowerShell Podcast, it's a weekly podcast, meaning there's been a ton of episodes. We've been doing it for like 2 years. And, I have some favorites. There's a lot to choose from. So I have a little curated list of some of my favorite moments that I'd like to share with you. Maybe get you inspired to start PowerShelling, maybe start listening to some of the podcast. But the first one, we have different topics. We talk to people in DevOps, developers. This one was a security talk, though. Somebody who's a pen tester working in the AD space a little bit and was talking about how to actually make changes and some of the mistakes they made earlier in their career and about how, just being the IT sysadmin who gets up and does it isn't always the right play. Sometimes you do need to talk to people. So let's play that clip.
Maybe.
A lot of times, and I experienced this myself, was I was a young buck, like IT admin going into security. Like I wanted to fix stuff, right? I wanted to make the organization more secure. So what do? You cowboy and you fix stuff, right? That's the mental framework I was in, was like, there's an issue. I know how to fix it. So I'm just going to go fix it. The problem is production systems rely on that thing that you just uninstalled. So it's probably bad. So you lose trust that way. So I quickly learned that that's probably not a good approach. I should probably communicate with the different teams and say, hey, what are we using this for? Is there a plan to upgrade it? What can we do to kind of mitigate this issue? That's how you win trust. That's kind of how you build relationships better. But it's hard. It's not easy to have those conversations and say, hey, this thing's broken.
Yeah, I think we found that a lot in episodes with people. The limitations with getting things done in orgs isn't technical oftentimes. It is about communication and collaboration. It's a people problem that needs to be addressed by good communication, good culture, good practices, good security standards.
Yep.
True. And Josh, knowing you haven't said this before on our pre-show or anything, but I feel like you also give some credence to the other side where they're you don't want to get caught in the trap of getting approval for every single little thing. Sometimes you got to just make changes and do what you can. But finding that kind of middle ground where you're also considering others.
Yeah,
I think is important.
there's the balance. If you know the organization, you know how it operates, you know what it relies on, you're able to kind of navigate that line a little more easily. And you know when you can fall on the scream test side versus we better have a conversation about this side.
Yep. So that was the first one. Next, we have from an interview with Phil Bossman, Microsoft MVP, big community person. On the podcast, we talk about PowerShell a lot. And In this clip, we talk about how PowerShell can be used as a way to understand systems better, how to automate, and it's more than just solving one problem you're dealing with. It's sort of about paving the way for your future in IT. So let's play that
When you
clip.
use PowerShell to interact with things like this, you end up finding a lot about the technology under the covers. Because anybody can click around in an event viewer and maybe find a thing or two for one or two problems that you're currently looking at. Doesn't scale very well. When you're able to actually interact and dive deeper and create these solutions, you're able to actually understand what's going on under the hoods, and it's not magic anymore, which is what PowerShell, one of the biggest things it's given me is the ability to actually understand what the heck is going on.
Yeah, and I think you can also then interact with the system, but also make change in the system. I can then change things in my environment based upon what I've learned and react to it effectively. And so, because now you have the tooling to then do other things. Get event logs, get when event is something just to get stuff. But then what I also want to do is when something happens, I want to do something. And so again, we're just stepping through the iterative process of PowerShell at that point.
True. A lot of people I talk to, they talk about the way that PowerShell has been transformational. It has been for me as well. And, we keep things kind of professional, kind of motivational at times, but we definitely dip our toe into the water of some off the beaten path moments.
The fun thing about the podcast is a little informal. You get to see people's like authentic self.
Yes, completely. You do. And for me, one of the hugest takeaways I've had from the, having the honor of interviewing these people week after week is that people who I thought were like wizards and special people who were unique, no. They are completely normal people. Yeah, maybe they've spent more time on X technology, but they have the same challenges. It's very similar.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of humility there. But yeah, we got some crazy moments too. When you get people feeling comfortable, kind of letting loose a little bit, sometimes they might let a couple birds fly. So let's see this clip from Jeffrey Snover.
Their answer was, I'm busy.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I never thought that I would see that.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, that's the inventor of PowerShell, kind of letting loose, talking about some of the challenges he had on his way to getting PowerShell into where it is today. Definitely took me for a surprise. I remember being on that and texting Kelly, double birds at 8 minutes.
I'm like, wow.
Because you got to like take notes of that. Like, this is the good part.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it can be on YouTube or not or whatever, but yeah, he was feeling himself, which I love. I love when people feel comfortable and can speak authentically. Doesn't always need to be this like, hello, I'm running for the head of IT.
Is that your authority voice?
I know.
Yes.
I like
Okay,
that.
I like
Hear me
it.
talking
like
this
that,
way,
yeah.
you better listen.
Could have an accent there. I like it.
I mean, it feels like inspired by Boardwalk Empire a little bit.
Well, it was
Yes.
Batters up for $3.49.
yeah, I get that.
Wow, I like this. Kelly, watch out. You got to run for your money here.
Yeah, 1800s radio. Here I come. But let's get into something a little inspirational because
Okay.
I live in this space of helping people with their PowerShell journey, and I've had my own journey, which has been pretty transformational. Ended up leading me to PDQ, which was a goal of mine, a dream, really. And in that same interview with Snover, we talked about how PowerShell can change lives and some of our favorite parts about that. So let's see that.
We talk about it all the time. We love the coolness of the tech and how efficient it is, but also that real world impact of really changing lives. It doesn't take a lot to really have a big impact on someone's life. And it's just cool that we get to experience the best of both worlds with PowerShell.
Yeah, I tell you, that is the best thing in the world, to go to a conference or something and then to just have people just tell their story, how the tool was able to help them in their career, how it made them the hero of their company, and how they were then recognized and rewarded for it. And the number of people who told me that they got promotions, they doubled their salary. Some people, well, actually quite a few people tripled their salary. Now, if you think about it, tripling your salary, that is a life-changing thing. And so, look, to be clear, PowerShell was always, always, always about the users. And so then when you see it having that effect on users, well, I just got to say, touchdown, success. And I just love it.
As I'm watching that clip, I am reacting with my head the same exact way. I'm like, stop.
It's fun to hear Jeffrey Snover say PowerShell was always about the users. Right? It wasn't about the tool. It wasn't about getting something done. It was always about the users. And I think that's inspirational. And when you started that clip, you could see his face kind of light up. Like, this changes lives.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, that is the exciting part. It's like you can learn PowerShell in your job and do some cool stuff, but then also you can do just a little bit more work, maybe tweak it a little bit, and have this profound impact and be part of the community. So if you haven't yet, check out the PDQ Discord, discord.gg/PDQ. We have an awesome PowerShell scripting channel. I've been given some script advice. There's been some cool things. We have PowerShell.com. We've been working on some of those lately.
PowerShell is amazing.
Oh, it's so good.
Alrighty.
Okay.
We're gonna get to more PowerShell.
We are.
But first,
let's learn how to. Brock's going to show us how to remove ads in Windows 11.
Did you turn on your Windows 11 device and see it covered in ads? Not on my watch. Get those ads out of my face. Today, I'm going to show you how to disable each and every single one of those ads so you can get back to a nice, peaceful Windows 11 experience. Okay, but before we actually get to the disabling goodness, I got to tell you, I mean, we kind of saw this coming, right? Microsoft likes money. There's a ton of money in ads. And so, I mean, the two go hand in hand. But my biggest issue with it is that the cheapest version of Windows 11 right now is like $140 for Windows 11 Home. So if I'm spending $140 for something, I do not want ads anywhere near it. But if you give it to me for free, I mean, now we're talking. Maybe I wouldn't be so upset. But as it stands, I'm pretty mad, so we're going to get rid of some ads. Most of these, almost all of them, are going to be in the settings menu in Windows 11. So open up your settings menu, just walk through it with me. We're just going to go down the list and disable each one of these one by one. All right, starting in our system settings menu, we're going to scroll down to notifications. Now, all the way down at the bottom of this one, hidden under these additional settings, that's kind of shady, Microsoft, just saying. You'll see these two settings here, show the Windows welcome experience and get tips and suggestions. We don't need any of that nonsense. I mean, come on, we don't need your hand holding. We're professionals. We got this. Okay, disable that stuff. Next on our list, we're going to go into personalization. Now, there's quite a few in this one. We're going to start with the lock screen here. Click on lock screen. First thing we're going to do, change Windows Spotlight. This is your lock screen when you first launch your device. Change that to picture. Put any picture you want on there. Go nuts. After you change that, disable get fun facts, tips, tricks, and more because they're not that fun. I've read some of the facts. They're not that fun. So disable that. Lastly, on the lock screen status, if you don't want to just see like status stuff everywhere, change this to none. Good to go. Lock screen, nice and clean, whatever picture you want it to be. Now, before we leave personalization, we got a couple more options here. So we'll go back to personalization. Here we're going to go to the start menu. Yes, even the start menu is under attack. This is the setting we're looking for right here. Show recommendations for tips, shortcuts, new apps, and more. So if you go to your start menu right here, normally what this is going to do is this is going to search the Windows Store for apps that they think you might like or which apps the developers are paying to get space on your device. And they're going to pop up right here under recommended. So we don't want that. We're going to disable it. Now, lastly, in the personalization settings, we're going to go to the taskbar. Now, this is kind of personal choice, but I kind of hate the widgets app, so I disable that. You know, if you like opening that up and seeing just like MSN news all over the place, great. Go nuts. Personally, I don't want it, so I disable it. All right, moving down to privacy and security. This is where we're going to find our next settings. In here, we're going to click General, and you're going to want to disable Show Me Suggested Content in the Settings app. Disable that because we don't need that nonsense. And before we leave the settings menu, we got one more in here. And if you scroll down to, where is it? Search permissions, right there. Search permissions. You're going to want to disable Show Search Highlights. If you're like me, when you're using your search menu, you're looking for apps, you're looking for files, you're looking for settings. You are not looking for news and games and things like that. If I pull up my search menu right now, look what I get. National Nachos Day. I know it's National Nachos Day. I don't need you to tell me that it is, okay? I celebrate. We got games over here. We don't need that nonsense. So go ahead, disable that. You're good to go. Now, the last setting we're going to show off is actually in File Explorer. Yeah, they thought they could hide this one from us. We're going to go to File Explorer. We are going to click on the ellipses button, however you say it. We're going to click Options. We are going to go to the View tab. Let me center that for you. Scroll down, and we are going to disable Show Sync Provider Notifications. We're going to give that an apply and OK, and you're done. That's all there is to it. Enjoy your ad-free experience while it lasts. Now, this is going through the settings menu. This is kind of like a one-off. So it's like, hey, if you got to do this for one device, great, no problem. Maybe this is your home device you're doing this for. That's great. If you got to do this for a ton of devices, that is a lot of work. And sysadmins do not like a lot of work. So if you head over to our blog, which we have linked down below, we actually have all the settings with all the registry files associated with those settings. So you can create a registry file, you can create a PowerShell script, and deploy it however you want to. But remember, when you're messing with the registry, be very, very careful, everybody. Back up your registry, test out all the changes yourself, and then go nuts, okay?
Hi, so I'm seeing a lot of good questions in the chat. And yes, I'm sure there is a group policy. Brock is sick. He was going to be here and talk about all that. And I bet you can do it in Intune. We don't have it prepared.
Yeah. Like Brock said, like they're all registry changes. So it'll work on any SKU of Windows. But much like Windows 10, Windows 11 is probably going to be the same thing. Where even if you set it via group policy, whether you set it via Intune, it's going to be on the target machine's SKU if you can actually make that change. Right. So if you remember for Windows 10, it had to be an education or an enterprise SKU to go set those group policy things. Like, yeah, you would see it actually apply to Windows 10, but it wouldn't make the changes.
Yeah.
On the Pro.
It's fun.
So it might actually be best, unless you are running education or enterprise SKUs, to figure out a different way to deploy the registry changes. So you could still use group policy to do that, right? But you might want to use something like connect or deploy or something like that.
Is it user or system-wide?
I think it depends. I know that's like the worst answer ever, but I think it depends on the actual setting itself. So you'd have to go look at all of the individual keys. If it starts with like H key current user, obviously that's a user side setting. If it's H key local machine, that's going to be machine wise. So you'll have to do some testing back and forth there to see what you want to do.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah. Just like Zeto says, yeah, all the boxes in my environment are pro. So there's things you don't have access to. It's the thing is it's actually available there in the OS. Like you just can't get to it with the fund management tools. Microsoft, don't hate me. Even on Pro, you can get to it. You just have to do it different ways.
Yeah.
All right. I am so excited to see Andrew roast people. Andrew, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm so ready.
Yes.
I've been holding a grudge for a little bit. You know, I'm like, everybody's like, oh, you're so nice. You're so nice. Well, sometimes nice guys got to let loose a little bit.
Are we going to see it?
I mean, honestly, no, just a little bit, because ultimately, you know, I want people using PowerShell and it'll serve them well. And if you have code that works, I don't care if it's not perfect, but I will roast you for it. Because if I ever end up working with you, I do not want to read your crappy scripts. No offense. It just makes it harder.
All of the offense was taken. You looked right at my face and said, I don't want to read your crappy scripts.
He looked right at you. I saw that.
But,
thank you.
Yeah, we got some good scripts today. Good scripts to roast. Shout out to everybody in the community who shared some scripts. But let's take a look at the first one. Oh my goodness. Yep. That's how you feel too if you're reading all this. This is a whole big old wall of text. This is from Mike Shonyo. This is Micah's father. So those are two community legends, Discord extraordinaires. But what's going on here? All right.
I'm going to try and play good guy. You roast, and then I'll be the kind person.
Okay. Gosh, come on. All right. Well, Mike, I love you. So basically the script, it's trying to create an RDP file on someone's desktop. Now, my first thought is just copy a file, right? That would be one approach.
It's a hot take.
Yeah. I mean, that's where my mind goes instantly. But apparently, according to Mike, there's some limitations, I guess, with their AV or something like that, where that looks sketchy. And heuristically, they say no. No copying RDP files. So what he does instead that works is exactly. That's what it feels like whenever I look at this. It just slowly like takes you in. But yeah, so you create this whole RDP file, and then you add all these values using add content. Now, that's a lot of calls to add content. I couldn't even count that many.
Does your IDE have line numbers on the side?
It does. This screenshot, I actually took this from my IDE, and I didn't include them, but it looks like several, all right?
It is several. That is the definition of several.
And this is one of those times where they could do things more efficiently and maybe better. I say maybe because you have to think someone else has to maintain this. But what I would do is I would create an array with all these values and then use set content and call that one time. And that would sort of make it a lot quicker.
Yeah. The only thing that I'll add to this is like, if you're new to PowerShell, like an array can look intimidating, especially as you iterate through it if you're not familiar with what's happening. So with that previous script, at least it was readable.
Yep.
And if I had to go make a change, if I wasn't familiar with PowerShell, I could at least see where the thing was being set and where to go change it. Whereas if it was an array, I might have to do a little more thinking.
Yes, and you might have to learn a new concept you're not used to, and you're just trying to solve a problem and move on. And that script works completely fine. It will do exactly
like, and
what
the
you
difference
want.
between like add content, send content, like you're probably a more efficient script.
Yeah.
But for what it's doing, are you really going to notice the difference between 4.75 seconds and 4.8?
Not at all.
Probably
Nope.
not.
Nope. Those are just good practices to keep in mind as you go through. Maybe you are writing some things that are a little bit more intensive. And I think another theme is like you have to write things to the skill of your team.
Yeah.
Are you an org that uses PowerShell all over the place? You hire people who already know it kind of thing. You educate people. Or are you the only one plugging away?
Yeah. You start doing stuff at scale, it matters. I remember early here at PDQ, we had a customer that had 1 million computer objects in their Active Directory environment.
What?
1 million computer objects.
Uh,
So I was like, okay, we can replicate this. I can kind of fake it. I can go put the computer objects there without having it. So I wrote a script to do it, not realizing that at that scale, things matter. As the domain controller I was trying to write to was like, please stop it. And I actually had to like slow it down intentionally to not break things.
Yep. Rate limit, sort of.
Yeah.
okay, what's the next one?
Next one, we got Micah,
Oh, Micah. Okay.
the son. And Micah is a young prodigy.
Father and the son.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What does this even do? All right, it reads from a CSV file and does some stuff in AD, changes some stuff, adds an email address. All right, first things first. These variable names are not great, buddy. Why would I want file reader to be all lowercase? Let's go for some camel case, my friend. File, capital R, eater. Little consistent. A good principle in practice is if it's an internal variable, so say you have a function you're writing, right? Parameters should be capitalized variables. If it's inside your script, we start with a lowercase. And give me the capital R, though. Make it easy. I'm a simple guy. All right. Then,
Sorry, I'm just stuck on the you done borked up. Like, I love it. Also, no comments. I am too a simple human. Please give me a comment.
right?
Like a little bit.
Something. I mean, there's no lines. We're just going. We're just going, which is probably great for Mike. He knows exactly what it does. As you can see on line 6, what is up?
Okay, Micah just said in chat, like, I steal the variables from a script that was not written by me.
Okay.
I mean,
You're getting
but they're
a little
variables.
meaner.
You can
I
make
like
them
this.
different. What's ARI? I know what array is, but what's an ARI of people who are difficult? All lowercase. I mean, what is going on here? Micah, I'm adding you to that variable, that array right there. you belong in there with these variable names. Tara, you look
Ari of
I'm
people who
enjoying
are
this. Keep
difficult.
going. Keep going.
And then look at line 13. All right, Micah, I heard you haven't listened to every episode of the PowerShell podcast. I can forgive you for that. But my dear friend, let me introduce you to VS Code so you can get linting. You see null? Null should be on the left side of equality comparisons. It can lead to issues, my brother. You got to go to line 13 and fix this. Put null equals variable.
So obvious. So obvious.
Yeah, I mean, gosh.
If you have
geez.
PS Script Analyzer and the PowerShell extension in VS Code, my friend, you're good to go.
It's
why
even
don't we
worse.
have it?
It's even worse because he says, I do use it. I just chose to ignore. So it's a willful ignorance, even.
Micah. Oh my God.
Okay, what's the next one? Yeah, I like this. Keep
All right,
going,
next.
but
Let's
Oh.
go.
we got to do our next segment.
Just
So
delete it
next
and start
one.
over. This is
Next
just delete
one.
and start over.
This is Marcel. This is not too bad. All right. There's a little flow control change I'd make. If not process, I would probably do if process and then else. Kind of make it a little easier to read. The negative is kind of confusing. I will say on line 4, we have progarm. Progarm X. Again with the typos. Not going to send you to jail for that.
He
Cool.
speaks more languages than all of us.
He does. So, a little forgiveness there. I
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
roast,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Marcel?
You're
You sent me
roasting
something pretty
Marcel.
good.
Watch
What am
out.
I going to do here, buddy?
Ooh.
Also, you can make a change with one character on line 3. Put the exclamation point before the not.
Oh, and
So
then,
if not
yes,
process.
that would work as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to get double negatives.
It's only one keyboard thing instead of having to delete all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other criticism I'd have is maybe you want to do this differently. Like if you're using this in Connect, you could make this a separate step and remove line 5. And then the next step after that would be the one that actually installs it. That can be helpful. I'll be honest, it can be challenging for people who are newer to PowerShell to run EXEs with the switches and passing a whole bunch of parameters. So you can save yourself some easiness there and just use a command step.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. This is our good boy, Brock. He wrote us a book. All right. Which is all right. It's not bad. We got some comments here and there, but look at all those things that are minimized. I couldn't take a screenshot of this because we have a million paths and values and names, which you have to. So I can't, fault him too much for that.
Did he write this or did ChatGPT write this?
I think it's him. I don't know. I believe it's him.
Right.
I reviewed it for him and I couldn't find too much. But what I would say, I guess, is you could add some parameters to this and like for the different registry keys so people can select what they want. Probably not necessary. That would be my main feedback point, though. I like it when people have parameters because it makes your scripts a little bit more adaptable and easier for the next person to use, assuming they know how to use scripts.
Since it's messing with HKey current user, he could do something dangerous.
What's that?
He could run it as a user, but loop through the user hives for HKey current user for each user on the system.
Okay.
Just be really careful.
Yeah.
So that you don't explode the user profile for everyone on that
You
box.
are terrifying. Terrifying.
We'll just test it.
Test
it. It's great.
Test environment. We got a ton of machines. You seen the server room? We got that whole
Oh,
thing for a
yeah,
reason.
why
Just
not
test.
just
That's what it's
go
there
through
for.
all of them? Yeah, good idea.
Is there any more? I don't remember.
Okay,
No.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
let's go. Time to play our contest.
We're going to play our game.
Let's play our game.
Battle of the IT Stars.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
All right, give me the rules. Give me the rules. How do I win this
Yes.
thing?
All right, here's the rules. For this Battle of the IT Stars, it's going to be a very simple 3-event game. Championship battle, 3 events. We're going to use the audience to vote for event number 2. The first event is timing, and the second event is, or the third event is going to be somewhat of a race as well. But let's start one event at a time. The first one is probably going to get the messiest. I've already cut myself. You guys have before you all the crimpers and wires and Cat 6 cables that you will need. Andrew, pick one up. You're in on this. Let's go.
I got you, bud. I
Okay.
got you. He's strapped
I'm in
in.
a
He's
mic
strapped
prison.
in.
Good. Here we go. So for event number 1, we're going to basically time you to tip a cable. So everybody get in the same position. You should have one tip. You should have one cable as a good end and a non-end. You each should have a pair of crimpers, and there's a piece of paper on the table should you need it.
It has to test out.
It has
Correct.
to test out.
Okay.
So there's 2 parts. Fastest to make it, if it validates, is the winner. If it doesn't test out, then the next fastest. So we're going to start a timer. You guys feel free to chatter, and we will let that thing go in 3, 2, 1, go.
See, I've noticed that I have the correct tools and you two don't.
Wow, I saw that
Josh.
little spinny motion right there.
Shut up.
You see that?
What is this?
How fast can you do this, Tara?
Wow, Tara, you give me the rusty one too. I like that.
I didn't give you any tools, dude.
That's okay.
That was
What
Josh.
are you doing over there, man?
I'm trying to make
Would you like to
something
use my
happen.
tools?
No, we're all right.
When
Are you
is the
sure?
last time you did this, Andrew?
It
Honestly.
might have been in school. I've never done it for work ever.
Wow.
We introduced ourselves to something called Monoprice back in the day, which is sort of like Amazon before Amazon. And yeah, we just decided that buying it for like $3 is worth. It's a better deal, right? Because you're going to get things wrong. You're going to have to test it and all this stuff. There's a time value, and
My first job in IT, I worked at a wireless ISP, a WISP.
Okay.
And so I was an installer. So my job was basically get on the roof of people's houses, install a point-to-point radio, and then run Cat 5e from inside their house to a PoE injector to power
So
the
you're
radio.
a professional.
I've probably made thousands of cables,
Wow.
and it's awful every single time.
This was information I did not know.
Let's see. All right, I'm done.
Okay.
You are
You
done?
guys, you two keep going.
I'm
That
done.
was 1 minute 15 seconds. Pull up your tester and let's see the testing.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
Andrew, keep going.
Andrew's like, I'm out.
Ta-da! Hey, nice job, buddy. Here's the test.
All right.
Here,
Let's
lift it up
see.
for me so I can see.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm off on pair. Wait, start over.
Lovely fluke device here.
Oh, hold on.
Can we
Crap.
trust this device? Okay.
Done.
Done.
Is that good?
That's
Well,
good.
check Andrews, please.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew was right behind you by 2 seconds.
Let us check this.
Andrew,
Yeah, you just got to plug them in there.
I am done, Tara.
Andrew,
Where are
or
you?
Tara is still working. Oh, she's got it. She's really close to crimping.
Oh, I didn't crimp it. Oops.
Andrew's works.
Hey, nice job.
good to go.
Okay.
Oh,
You were right
my
behind him. Tara was in at 2 minutes.
Andrew. Mine's
Sorry,
not
I'll
going to work
unplug
now, too.
That sounds like a speak and spell.
It does a little
Remember those
bit.
days?
It does a little bit. Would you like to? Okay,
I
should
have
we
a
test
feeling mine's
yours?
going to be wrong now, too. You know what? That's okay, man.
All right, let's see.
I'm so proud of you, Andrew.
Thank you. I worked really hard on it.
I can tell I crossed over
Pairs
on
5
one.
and 6 are rolled.
Ah, yeah, well, that's
you
all
did
right.
great, though.
Yeah. There it is. All right.
So I'm
Yeah, these
keeping
things
score in
happen.
here. I'm keeping score in here. Here's what we've got so far. Remind me, Kelly. I think we've got a point for
A point for Josh.
Josh.
No points for me.
Actually, 2 points for Josh.
Let's go two. One for doing it, one for crossing it, or for checking it.
Checking it.
Yeah.
So
And then
he won for speed, and
We'll
it
give one
worked.
to Andrew for making a working cable.
Working cable.
Changing the color in the middle, and then one. Let's see, Tara. She got done,
Barely.
Yeah.
but barely.
I feel like a
No-
varsity
no
athlete
point for
after
validation.
that.
Yeah.
Where's my jacket?
I also don't like the call out from Joshua. Typical electrician. Cables everywhere. My basement when I was doing it, there was cable and sleep. I was ever.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. All right, here we go. Are you ready for event number 2?
I'm
Yes.
ready. I'm ready.
Oh, is it this one?
Yeah, you
This
need
one.
your computer.
Open your laptops up.
Get my laptop
Get your
up.
Slack ready. What
Okay.
I'm going to give to you, and I'm going to hopefully share it with everybody else, is we're calling this. I think we said we could say this. We're calling this calming the Karen.
You're gonna say it anyway.
No, I'm going to say it.
Okay.
We're calling this
We're gonna
calming
calm the
the
Karen.
I have got a response, basically an email ticket, a support ticket from a user, a fictitious user who's not happy. Your job is going to be to respond to the user with professionalism, clarity, and problem solving. And that's what the audience, our live audience, is going to, like 140 of them right now, are going to vote on which one of you does it with the most professionalism, clarity, and problem solving. You have 60 seconds to compose your note. Are you
Do
ready?
we have
to
like
sit?
the Jeopardy music?
Well, do you want me to
Kelly was singing.
read it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Kelly should read it
Yeah.
in Karen
All right,
voice.
Yeah.
I'll channel my inner Karen.
Okay, here we go. See if I can
Right.
find the right one.
I'm ready.
Go.
The printer is spewing out blank pages. I'm not wasting my time troubleshooting something that's clearly your fault. Why is everything broken around here?
60 seconds, go. You can talk to us if you want, but we want you to send your answers to Kelly. Kelly will patch them through and we will put them on the screen for the audience to vote. And I am going to send the poll right now, so you guys will have the option to vote. No voting until you see their answers. I'm pretty sure if I send this too soon, everybody will just vote right now. Remember, current score stands Josh at 2, Andrew at 1, Tara at 1.
Okay.
35 seconds left. This is
Reading
hilarious.
brought up some dormant trauma. Okay, so
Yeah.
I have.
I'm editing mine right
How
now.
did you do that so fast? All right, hang on. Let me get Tara's.
I'm sending the poll, but don't vote until you've heard all three, please.
Yes.
You got about 15 seconds left.
All right. Hold on.
Oh, hang on. Oh, that did not work.
Do you want to send an email support ticket? My copy paste isn't working.
Is this the type of thing where this is actually a ticket our IT team has gotten and we're going to like put the person on blast?
No. And that's time.
would be
So
nice.
send them and close your laptops.
All right.
Done.
So there was not a lot of typing from either of you, so I think we all did the exact same thing. I'm just going to call it out right now.
You think you all answered this the same?
Every single one of us went to OpenAI
No,
and said, "Write
I
this."
I absolutely did not do that.
I wanna see this now.
Oh, I
Josh,
absolutely did.
I
I
didn't
just
do
prompted
that.
OpenAI and then
Nope.
copy pasted whatever said to
Oh.
Kelly.
I did
didn't
not.
do
I was
that.
going to do a joke one and like have
No.
the pretext from AI where it's like, based on what you said, this would be a good response.
I didn't actually read mine, Kelly, so you should probably read mine because I didn't have time to
Oh
read
my
it.
gosh, you got and that's exactly what I thought. These
Nope.
guys went to AI to do
I
this.
didn't need
Except-
AI because I lived this for many, many years.
So you're well aware.
All right,
got
This
no
is my
explanation.
superpower.
Wait, somebody's voted already. You guys can't
somebody
vote.
has voted. All right,
It's rigged.
hang
Yeah,
on,
Andrew's got 100%.
was
I think
me.
he voted for
Rigged.
himself.
You
Okay,
did
are you
not.
ready? Here we go.
All right,
you
you
voted
ready?
for yourself?
No,
it
he
was
did.
a
No, he
joke.
didn't. Okay, I'm
All
putting
right,
it up.
Here's the response. This is Tara's. I'm sorry to hear you are having issues. I have conferred with my team and checked the help desk, and I do not see any tickets submitted by you. So I would request that you submit a ticket to helpdesk@pdq.com so that we can assist you to alleviate any further frustration. For your reference, the company handbook covers the workflow here.
It's a link.
Okay. Here.
Hyperlink.
Link.
Helpful.
Yeah, nice. In the future, please feel free to reach out to me personally if you need clarification on whether or not you have submitted a ticket, as I am committed to my team providing the best customer service, best Terra IT manager.
Oh, I don't mess around.
All right.
First of all, you don't yell at my team. That's step number one. Okay, go ahead.
All right, who's next?
Is Josh. Hi, Samuel. Should have been Karen, but that's okay.
Well, actually,
it was
I didn't
to
say
Samuel.
I did.
Okay. It was to Samuel.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good point. I hope this email finds you well. I noticed your concern about the printer spewing out blank pages and wanted to reach out with a bit of clarity. While it's easy to blame the ever mischievous technology for mishaps, it turns out the blank pages might be more a result of our human touch or lack thereof. Before we summon the IT wizards, can you double check a few things like paper alignment, print settings, or perhaps the document's actual content? You never know what a sneaky blank pages might be lurking unnoticed. If the issue persists after you've triple checked everything, feel free to wave the white flag and let the IT team know. They're here to save the day and our sanity. Best.
How is
Josh.
that not AI? That was a very.
And you're expecting your people know how to do anything.
They're not going to do that.
course not.
You're just
line
gonna
of
piss
paper.
them off.
I was just giving the exact same amount of effort back to
they
Karen.
You just made them more mad.
All right.
Perfect.
Here we go.
And a final from Andrew. Hi, Samuel. Hi, Samuel. Unfortunately, we don't support printers here. Use your email like a sane person. Sincerely, Andrew.
Yeah, okay. Andrew wins.
Vote
Andrew
now.
wins.
Please vote now in the
You
chat.
said we all did the same thing. I was like, oh, we're all snarky? Like, no.
I think my prompt, here, I'll tell you what my prompt was. It was, oh, come on.
Write an award-winning response to this troublesome ticket.
No. It was write a snarky email to Samuel informing him that the email printing blank pages is not IT's fault.
Oh, you
Rather,
a-
it's Sam's fault for being ignorant.
You asked him to be snarky.
So that's why it was a little.
Okay, you guys,
Had an
I was
edge.
an
I
IT
did, yeah.
manager before AI existed, so I don't
You know
need
how to
AI.
snark without the AI.
It's not actually not snark. I know how to de-escalate Karens.
All right, we're going to call the
malicious
poll.
compliance.
Okay, so here's how it is kind of shaking out, and I agree with Shelby. Real answer, Tara.
Yeah.
Fun answer, Andrew.
In the poll, which has all the weight with 55 votes, Andrew is at 49%, Tara at 40%,
Oh,
Josh at 11%.
Oh,
So
that's fine.
I'm gonna give Andrew the 2 points for that one, and I'm gonna give Tara the backup point for that one. So that puts us at 2 for Josh, 3 for Andrew, 2 for Tara. That's our. Are you ready for our final event?
I want to just apologize to everyone out there who actually has to support printers.
Yeah.
I kind of.
Wait. Andrew should have gotten none points for the first event.
Whoa.
Wait, why?
Why?
He totally
Hey,
had
what's
his
done is
cable
done,
tested.
Josh.
His
It's
cable
tested.
We tested.
Yeah, it tested.
what? You don't want to give him any points?
Tara, he knows something you don't know.
Oh,
He's a keen observer, just like the YouTube chat.
All right, I'm coming out
you know
for
what?
round
He did so
3.
good though. He hasn't tipped for 8 years, man.
I did good, Josh. I did so good.
Oh, he didn't even do it. Oh, okay. You know,
One of these, the end's going to pull off. One of them's not.
okay. You know what?
One of them's
He
Andrew's.
did so well. I'm proud of him.
this?
Where's that blue patch cable? You couldn't even get the same color.
Listen, I asked Austin, I said, hey, do you have any short, like 1 foot cables?
I'm still proud of you.
Thank you.
You know what? You did so good. It's not
Noggin.
It's not easy. And that's a Cat 5 too.
It's a Cat 5, but we did what we had to do. It passed the test.
I'm proud of you.
All right.
I'm proud of you.
Final
How did I
event.
not see that? Okay, final event.
Okay.
You each have been handed a small bag.
We
don't
can't
look
look,
in.
though.
Don't look
Oh,
in it
don't
yet.
look.
You can
Sorry.
unzip it, but don't look in it yet.
Okay.
I'm going to put on our big screen, and I'll put on the big screen for everybody else, the name of a cable. It's a USB test. That bag is full of USB types.
There's not that. Oh, there is that many.
There's I found as many as I could. And so I'm going to put up the cable type, and then your job is to pull it out. First one to pull it out gets the point if it's correct. That easy. Okay? Sound good?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm out of breath
is
running
it-
out there.
Is it the same on both ends, or does it only have to be the cable type on one end?
Just on one end.
And is USB-A going to be one of them? Because I feel
I
like
hope
yeah,
so.
like I'm afraid. Yeah. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I guess so.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna take us here. I'm gonna put it here, and go. Find me a USB
Which one do we
Type
do?
B
Oh.
2.0.
Oh gosh.
This one.
Okay, hold me in the camera.
Oh.
Andrew, are you gonna pull something? All right, Tara had
Oh,
one
two.
first.
Missed it.
Oh, he
it's
said two.
It's
No,
everybody?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Type B 2.0.
Yeah, Type B 2.0.
Are you ready? It should look like this.
My,
Check yourselves.
Oh,
my cables are a little
printer one.
tangled, so I can't actually take it
Wait,
all the
so
way
No,
out.
Tara,
I
did you have
grabbed
the
the
wrong
wrong one.
Okay.
I do now.
Josh, did you have the right one?
I do.
Okay.
I?
I do.
Point
I
for
do.
Josh.
Did I get the same one? Is that right?
It's a race.
It's a race, but Josh
Oh,
got
then
it.
why'd you tell me to keep going? All right, gotcha.
Well, 'cause I
Wait.
didn't see you hold it up.
Do we
Can
have
I
to put them
take it
back
out?
in, or are you going to trick me?
No, I think you should put them back in. I think it'll be fun
Oh,
because it's
crap.
like spaghetti.
It won't
okay.
be fun.
Are you ready? Next one I'm looking for USB Micro B. Go. Micro
Oh.
B. Oh, you lost one. Hold it up as soon as you got it. Micro
Wait,
B.
we can look?
Yeah, you can look.
Oh
You
my
just-
gosh. I'm like seeing these cheaters over
I
here.
don't know which one
You're
it is.
filling it with your fingers? Okay.
Oh, that's the one I had in my hand.
Oh, no.
Yes.
All right. Josh
I'm
says
cheating.
it's this one. Is that correct?
I'm cheating
Micro.
off of Josh. I'm not kidding.
That's
But that
micro.
is the
Is
one
that
I had
one?
in my
Is that it?
hand.
It's smoother. It's
Yes.
smoother than the mini.
Yes, I
I'm giving it
had
to
that
Tara.
one.
It's
No, this-
Tara. Yeah, that is
No,
Tara.
those are mini, right? Micro
Okay.
is tiny. Mini
Micro
is
is-
big. That was
yes.
Biggie Boy.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, Tara wins.
Tara wins.
Tara
I,
had
I had the wrong
I'm
one.
shocked.
Oh, I thought she had a thick boy too.
No,
she got
Tara wins. Tara wins.
Are you ready? Next one. Mini. Go find it. Pull out the mini.
Mini B.
Not that one. The one I had last time.
Josh got
Let
it?
me see
Yeah.
what you had. No, I
That
got
one.
the
It's
wrong-
got the
Do I
like the
have the
dimples
right
on the
one?
top.
Yeah, no, you got the wrong one again.
And I got the wrong one this time.
Josh
okay.
point. Andrew, did you find it?
Yeah, I'm still like reeling from the whole. I was like
no, I don't
blindly
have that
throwing
one.
my hand
You're blindly
around, and I see Josh totally looking at everything in his hand.
I forgot. I mean, I didn't clarify that, but that would have made this a much longer
I don't
event.
have that one.
Okay. What? You have to have it. Everyone has. Okay.
I don't have the one Josh just had up. Okay, anyway. Sorry.
Here we go.
keep
Next
going.
one. Micro B. USB Micro B.
What the hell is that?
is
I mean,
that?
no, I didn't say
USB
that.
Micro
Sorry.
B.
We're
I'm
making
glad
things
that you
up.
said that because I was sure about to.
I'm gonna guess it's
I'm
this
guessing
one.
here.
No.
This. Because we haven't had this table.
I just happened to have it in my hand and I
Tara,
didn't even know.
No crap.
No. Y'all.
That
what?
was
Whoa,
dumb
Tara
luck.
Oh, yours is sideways. Wait, I had mine first.
Oh, sorry.
right?
Oh, did you? Andrew had yours
I
first?
think I had it like
Oh,
instant.
I better
That
get,
was
okay.
total dumb luck that I even had that in my hand.
All right.
I didn't know what it
Hold
was.
on.
was
I
just-
didn't either.
What
I'm
is this
splitting
big boy
points.
called?
Okay.
One for Andrew, one for Tara, because you're both there. That actually, I use that for hard drives.
Yeah, for hard.
That's
Yeah.
like old.
Micro B is what that's called.
That is so
The regular
old.
micro
Jordan,
will also work though.
There is. We are not doing USB-C versus Thunderbolt 4. That's
No.
just
No.
cruel.
But
That's
next one
mean.
is USB-C. Go.
Got it.
I have it in my hand.
Josh pulls it out.
I just happened
It was
to
the
have
process
that,
of elimination.
Yeah, that
It
doesn't
was the
count
last one in
because I
here.
was just holding it. Yeah.
All right, there it is. And yes, we all know the C, and that is our final shot. Which the scores that I have, well done, by the way, on that
Yeah.
whole event.
I really thought he was going to have Firewire because he mentioned it yesterday. I was
couldn't find
waiting.
any.
When are we gonna find
I was
three of
waiting
those?
for it.
He tried.
I
He tried.
found my drives, but no fire wires. All right, my ultimate score that I'm showing is Tara with 4 whole points, Andrew with 4 whole points, Josh with 5.
Oh, just.
This
Josh
is
won.
the winner.
It's friendly competition.
I'm really
just like I
surprised.
said.
Josh won?
Friendly,
What? That's
friendly
weird.
competition.
But hey, that was really, really close. All right, go ahead and send us home.
That's a nice way of him saying we're not losers.
We're all winners.
Yeah,
Everybody's
totally.
a winner here.
All right. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Andrew. I love having you here.
I love being here.
When are you moving here?
10 years.
Okay, good.
10 years. All right.
All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. For PDQ, I'm Tara.
And I'm Josh.
I'm Andrew.
Thanks for joining our webcast today. Do us a favor, like and subscribe, and give us some extra likes just for kicks. It's an additional vote. We like that. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you back here next time.